Time for the post-game breakdown. Game number 57, Montreal at Pittsburgh. 3-1 Pittsburgh. 4-1 Pittsburgh. Excuse me. Hey, everybody. I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. Like I said, not a good game by Montreal overall, right? Anemic offense. And it seems that the team, it makes sense right now, too. The team goes as the number one line goes. Number one line, last two games, didn't do much. And the team didn't do much. That's it. And it's not like I don't think they were dominated by Pittsburgh tonight. They weren't, but they just couldn't score any goals. They outshot Pittsburgh and still couldn't score any goals. So, what else can I take away from this game? Yeah, it was just I don't know if it was lack of effort. Second game of back-to-backs where Montreal's only won one of those games this season. So they're not very good in those. I just thought, I just had this feeling Montreal's going to beat Pittsburgh. By the way, they swept us this year, 3-game sweep. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of takeaways from this game. I'm not blaming Primo here tonight. I really think you could just pin this on lack of offense. It's hit they're in a offensive slump again. And that's probably the next the next thing they really need to address. This team is offense. Number one line's fine. They not in the last two games, but number one line overall is fine. They got to find some secondary and tertiary scoring because there's no consistency there. It's very important. All right, let's see who's here. Welcome in anybody watching on Don't Puck with Media. Really do appreciate that. Guru, welcome back, Guru. Wasn't as bad as I thought they would lose by. Still, the stereotypical second game back-to-backs need to win a few of them to move forward. That'll come with, the improvement in their play. They'll get there. Andre, welcome back. Long time no see, buddy. How you doing? Good to see you out here. All right. I don't expect there to be a lot of people here tonight. I think this last part of the season, people are just, especially when it comes to the Habs, right? It's win or like we don't want to see it. And it's been like that forever in Montreal. Welcome back, Gislain. Just saying hi before going to bed. Have a good sleep. Dream. Pleasant dreams, dude. 9:45. I know I ain't going to bed. I ain't going to bed for at least 4 hours. That's the life I lead. What can I say? Anytime, buddy. Anytime. So if you are here, say hi. There's not a lot of people here. What did you guys think of the game? Not an effort that they should. It's one of those games where you gotta put it behind you and just move on. And I think we're gonna have a bunch of those over the next. I don't know how many games are left now. What is the Habs record? They're not showing the record here. No, not showing the record. What am I talking about? 57 game. This was game 57. I should know this. So 25 games left. In those 25 games, 7 wins, 8 wins. And I've looked through the schedule that's left. It's not an easy schedule. And that's about really realistically looking at it. It's about 8 wins there for them. And that even might be stretching it, to be honest with you. So, this could be a long 25 games. A month and a half left. We are in the last a month. A little more than a month and a half left. So, yeah. the home stretch of the season. After that, as I've said, for anybody wondering what our plans here are, I'm probably going to do like last year and follow the teams that are whoever's playing against the Leafs in the playoffs. And on the other channel, I think we're going to do some Bruins, Flyers, some other teams' games. We'll probably do varied games over there because that's an NHL channel, and we can do that over there. Hey, Standard Man, how you doing? Yeah, secondary scoring, tertiary scoring too is going to be. They got to get more scoring from lines 2, 3, and 4. This has got to be a goal because line 1, don't think there's any doubt. Line 1 is set. Line 2, 3, and 4 needs to get better, right? So, starting next year, they've got to find goals and a lot more of them from line 2, 3, and 4. If Doc stays healthy, I have no doubt about those goals coming from line 2. As far as the other two lines, well, we'll see how they work out. I don't know. But that's going to be the goal. If they want to start making the playoffs and become contenders, yeah. You're not going to get there without secondary and tertiary scoring. Because, man, when line 1 takes a night off offensively, the team is screwed. Just if they finish anywhere in the bottom 11, I believe, if they win the lottery, they get that first pick. You can go up 10. You can move up 10 spots. So either maybe it's top 10 only, but I mean, you can move up 10 spots. If they finish 12, 13, 14 like that, then they can't get the first pick with a lottery win. But they'll move up. So yeah, they're going to get a good pick if they win the lottery. They get Celebrini. And they could win the second one, right? So they could get the second overall pick as well. I don't think, is it in doubt in anybody's mind watching this that Montreal will, like, without a doubt, finish in the bottom 10 and pretty, like, I don't think it's going to be 9 or 10. They're going to finish somewhere like 7, 6, 5th from the bottom. Because I do believe Ottawa will pass them. They're tonight, Ottawa is winning. So, right, Montreal lost. Ottawa is just 1 point behind Montreal. And I don't know about games in hand. They might have games in hand. Let's take a look at this, by the way. I guess we should do that, The stats. All right. 4-1 loss. Matheson opens the scoring first period. 9:05 into the first. Unassisted. His 8th goal. 8th goal for number 8. Chris Letang ties it up 2.5 minutes, almost 2.5 minutes later. His 5th goal from Malkin and O'Connor. And second period, Brian Rust on the power play gets his 16th goal from Carlson and Crosby at 11:30 of the second period. And then O'Connor, 21 seconds later, gets his 8th from Puustinen and Carlson. And it's 3-1 Penguins, just like that. Boom, 3-1. Third period, into the empty net, Chris Letang gets his 6th goal unassisted. And that was all she wrote for the scoring, ladies and gentlemen. Habs, 32 shots to Pittsburgh's 27, so we outshot them. It was 51.9% on the faceoff for Pittsburgh, 48.1% for Montreal. They were better than us coming into this game at the dot. We were 0 for 3 on the power play. Pittsburgh was 1 for 2. Now, the last couple of games, I believe we were out hit and we lost, right? And again, badly out hit, 19-9 and not winning. So Montreal needs to be a little more physical. When they're not, they lose. 20 block shots for Pittsburgh, 10 for Montreal. We had gave up 8 pucks to their 5, and they took away 14 to our 4. Season series sweep by Pittsburgh in the shootout 4-3 in Montreal on the 13th of December. In Pittsburgh 3-2 in overtime. And tonight 4-1. So that's over. 3 stars of the game, of course, no Habs there. Chris Letang, 2 goals. Gets the first star. O'Connor had a goal and 1 assist, gets the second star. And Tristan Jarry gave up 1 goal and is 969 save percentage for the 3rd star. And that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. That's all she wrote for stats. Not a great game overall for Montreal. That's all you can they got to forget about it. J-Fed, I don't know. I think if Ottawa passes us and they continue to lose games like this, they can fall. I don't think too far, though. I think you're right. Potentially, they could go as low as 4th. I don't think they will, but I think 6th or 5th, because I think right now they're 7th from the bottom. They might be 6th from the bottom, especially after this game. So they're going to finish right about where they are now, in my opinion. Would it be risky for the Habs to trade for Zegras? He's young and maybe a change of scenery would benefit him. I'm starting to lean towards that. Yeah, I'd be okay with it. But again, it depends on what they give up, right? If they give up something that causes a hole in their lineup that they can't easily fill with somebody, in Laval, I don't know if that's a good thing. But if you're talking about getting some more offense in here, Zegras should definitely help that a lot. Gotta check out the pass from Larkin to Kane in Detroit's OT winner over Colorado. Incredible. I'll probably see that on Twitter, so I'll look for that. Montreal needs a good pick to continue the rebuild. Got to do it right. Lots of teams rebuild for a long time. Montreal has to pass those teams. Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt. They're going to get a good pick. They can't blow it, and I think they know that. So I don't think that's the problem on their part. They know that they need to. I saw what their attitude towards the draft is a home run for every pick. No matter what round, we want to hit a home run. That's their attitude. So I'm going to trust. They've done a good job drafting so far, this management group. Craig Button has Mayu rated as a higher prospect than Reinbacher. Is that true? I don't think that's true. I was going to print out the screenshot that list. I'm not sure if Reinbach, but it's close. I thought Mayu was the last of. Anyway, there's 4 picks, 4 Habs prospects in Craig Button's top 50 prospects. I think that's what the list is. There's 4 Habs prospects. Hudson is only 16. I know it's weird, but I think it's Columbus potentially could pass Montreal if Montreal really drops and really has trouble winning. But I don't know. So I think 6th or 5th is probably where they end up. J-Fed, yeah, no, I basically agree with you. I don't know if they can get into that bottom 4. BL, I know it's from TSN. I'm just saying I was going to screenshot it to show it, but I decided not to because it was a long list that would have been like 4 screenshots for it. I just thought, yeah, too much work. It's not a lot of work. But yeah. And listen, Craig Button's not always right. I like Craig Button, by the way, but he's not always right. But I like the guy. Because you don't have to always be right. And he gives you his opinion, and I have no problem with it. But I don't know that I 100% agree with this list. But who am I to know? He should know better than me. He should definitely know better than me. But again, like I said, Craig Button's not always right. Just I like him for some reason. I think I like the fact that he's not afraid to have a different opinion and a wildly different opinion than, he's not afraid to put it out there. I like that about him. All right, where are we? We've got about 14 minutes to go. 14 minutes to go, and then I'm done for the day. Tomorrow, I'm trying to think of what I'm doing tomorrow. It's supposed to be a shitty day here tomorrow. Kind of wet, kind of weird day. So my plan is actually to try to get a video out, but I don't know if I will. I don't know. I've got videos in the works, and I don't know. I've had them in the works so long, I got to update them. That's never good. It's hard in the season for me to do videos. I'm telling you. I don't know why. Schedule is just too tough right now. For me. I'm sure for other people it wouldn't be. If Anaheim gets rid of Zegras, they're doing a Chicago this year? No, I don't think that's the case. They've got a lot of good young talent there. I don't think that's the case. I just think there's some kind of rift there between Zegras. Apparently, in negotiations of his last contract, that 3-year bridge deal he got, something happened. So, and I don't know what it is exactly, but that's what I think is what it is. So I don't think that is that for Anaheim. No, they got some good young talent there. I don't think so. No. BL, I'm always right. You know that. Come on. It's not just Paul Duffy that's always right. It's me too. I read it just this afternoon. When it comes to numbers like that, I don't know how I still have the ability to. I'm just good with numbers, and I remember numbers. I don't know why. I mean, I don't remember people's names, but numbers I can remember. It's been like that my whole life. Been good with numbers. That's high for Roy, but I mean, Roy's in the big league right now and playing well, and I don't. So no, I think that's fine. Just I guess you could say that. I doubt it's exactly the same, but yeah, that is what they said triggered Cutter Gauthier. So I guess yeah. But I mean, in this case, Zegras did sign a 3-year deal. He's getting 5.75. So there's 2 years after this year left. So if the Habs do trade for him, they only guarantee to have him for 2 years. If he doesn't like it here, he could be gone. Although I say that, but no, he's probably an RFA. So yeah, maybe that's not the case. Do I remember Matt's number? I never had Matt's number memorized. I have it in my phone. No, I'm not going to call him and fire him. He's a partner. I'm not firing my partner. Don't worry, Matt will be there when needed. My impression of Colin White tonight, not much. He didn't do much. Although, I mean, I'm not gonna come down on the guy on his first night here. He's gonna be a 4th-line center. I'm not expecting a ton from him. What I'm expecting and what I think they are as well is a little bit of offense, a little bit more than Gignac was giving them, and I think that's what it is. So. Just again, I don't know that I have an opinion. He's got more experience in the NHL than Gignac. I think that's what they see. a little more stability, maybe a veteran stability at center on the fourth line. And maybe, we just talked about secondary and tertiary scoring. Maybe they're hoping for a little bit better, production from a guy like Colin White than for a Brandon Gignac. I don't know. When I heard about it, it caught me. I think it was Phil Saint Laurent. He texted me to say that it happened. I didn't. It was like a surprise. And it's not a big move or anything. That's how I've read it. The spin on that is, Gignac will do more than Laval for their playoff run. BL, no, Alex will probably blow his head off. Like, it'll blow his head off that he's there. He'll rant about it. He hates Cutter Gauthier right now. Absolutely hates him. So. Gislain, did they not say he's got one additional year, Colin White? But again, league minimum. There's no risk here. They wanted more veteran presence on that bottom six. I'm assuming that's what it is. I don't know that they need more. Plus, Hughes was his agent, so Hughes knows him really well. So probably Hughes sees that we can do a lot better with Colin White there than we were getting from whoever's been there, and that's probably the aim. They know it's going to be a tough next 25 games. They know it, and I think that's the reason they want a little more veteran presence back there. Like Chris Tierney last year, very similar, exactly. Yeah, I think that's a good way to look at it, right? It's a very good comparison. Chris Tierney last year, he did an okay job. He did what they asked of him, I think. If they get that from Colin White, I think they'll be happy. Because this team, they're not going to go out and acquire. Like, if you're looking at the trade deadline for Montreal to acquire NHL players, I don't see that happening. I think them doing this for Colin White kind of says any moves they make, they're looking at getting young prospects or picks back, not NHL players. In my opinion. So if you're here having a good time by chance, you never know. Give a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Let's see how many we can get. There's only 10 or 11 people here right now. So, and we got what? Another 6 minutes. 6 long minutes. And then I'm free as a bird you're still going to work tomorrow either way. And Saturday's a busy day. Saturday, don't forget, I do a Saturday hockey talk at 1 p.m. where I'll do my preview and we'll sit and bullshit about hockey for an hour. And then obviously the game and then the postgame. Saturday's a busy day. Plus this Saturday, potentially got some meeting. Hang on. I can't move this paper. Okay, don't move. Of course, why would you? Potentially. Oh, and we're filming the sin bin. So sin bin, third sin bin will be out Saturday morning. Yeah, and that's it. I don't know. Seems like a lot more. What does 4 of 9 mean, Gislaine? I don't know. This show seems to be winding down real quick. If you're still here, say something before we go. We got 5 more minutes to go. Something tells me I will not. But Gislaine, what do you mean by 4 of 9? What does that mean? I'll go 8765309. How's that? 4 like on 9 people in the chat. Oh, I get it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, Habs lost. There's not going to be a lot of people in the post game when they lose. When they win, there's potentially I do okay, but the post game show is new this year for me, so it takes a while for any kind of interest to really be there. Mine says nothing. I don't see the likes. Not here. Andre, thank you for being here. And you're welcome, but thank you for being here, because if you guys don't show up, well, I'm just talking to myself. So, believe me, I do it for fun. I don't do it for money, because if I did it for money, I'm wasting my time right now. But I do it for fun. Games like tonight, though, not a lot of fun, unfortunately. But it's all those other exciting games that make up for it. You got to have a certain number of stinkers every year. What can you do? And this was a bit of a stinker. It wasn't the worst stinker I've seen this year, but it was a bit of one. So we are not Steve Dangle Gwynn, who got every Leafs haters laughing at him when Leafs lose. Well, I mean, he's playing for that, right? That's the whole shit. That's his whole act, really, is that screaming, which, oh man, it can get to you. I don't watch much of him anymore. Every now and then, when he comes out with something like they're playing bad, and he's honest about it, yeah, I usually check out those little things there on Twitter. Other than that, all right, I'm gonna wrap it up. Tired. All right, so like I had just said, I'll be back Saturday with 3 shows Saturday, so please check that out. Tomorrow we're going to do a Q&A on both channels, Harry and myself, so you can question us about anything, even almost preferably not about hockey. Any kind of questions you want to come up with, rapid fire them to us, and we're going to rapid fire answer them back. That's the whole point of it. Hopefully it'll come off. So tomorrow night at 9, Q&A with Harry and Rick. Please check that out. And then Saturday, I got all those shows and the Sin Bin. All right, that's it. I'm going to take off. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Appreciate it. And, that's it. Till next time, stay safe out there. Peace out. Keep your stick on the ice. Go Habs, go. And have a good night, everybody. Ciao, everybody.